So August was the month when the debt crisis hit America, and of course we've been watching the Euro debt crisis with great interest. And when the beginning of the month came here at Auction Alliance, we were concerned that that would have some sort of impact on investor sentiment in South Africa and investors in real estate across the board. That in fact didn't happen, and the reason it didn't happen was because Jill Marcus at an investor analyst presentation started talking about interest rates and how about South Africa would get affected in terms of global downturn. And the South African Reserve Bank and the Monetary Policy Committee have seemed to have had a reversal in ideas of in fact increasing interest rates, which we were anticipating, and of course many of our investors were anticipating. And she in fact spoke about cutting interest rates, and so all of a sudden the market changed from an environment of whereby they thought that interest rates would be going up. They suddenly realized we're in a low interest rate cycle as they are in the US. And that in fact positively affected our auction sales and the prices achieved at our auctions across the country. Probably one of the most exciting transactions we did was a property sold by Media24. My colleague Gareth Curry really did a phenomenal job there, achieving probably one of the highest prices achieved in a long time in the heart of Sandton CBD, which is for a building which we sold for Media24. We sold it to a large group, and that went at an extremely high price of 67 million rand, which is a great success. Another exciting sale was a big block of land in Doornfontein. And what's really happening in a low interest rate environment, investors at the higher level are in fact starting to look for yield, and they're chasing yield. And so when we get good properties, this year really has turned out to be one of trophy and trauma, and the higher properties are in fact achieving the better transactions. And so properties across the country were achieving good results. We had really nice numbers in Durban, and of course we had a really exciting auction here in the Western Cape, where we're currently sitting. Shopping centres, retail, very popular, huge demand still for retail centres, despite some of the retailers coming out with not that exciting results. The retail in South Africa is still good, and the retail shopping centres seem to have large demand. We had a sale of the Westport Shopping Centre, again achieving strong demand. And in KZN, retail also is proving to be very popular. Industrial in South Africa, again, we've been strong punters of industrial real estate in South Africa, and the industrial centres across the country have been good. A property in Johannesburg and in Durban has been really strong in industrial, as has been a property which was sold in Epping here in the Western Cape. The sector which is of course of greater concern is the leisure sector. Definitely seem to be in a downturn. We have some big properties coming up in the Southern Cape for certain hotel auctions. We are a little bit concerned about pricing in that sector of the market. So what's really happening in summary on the commercial property side is that the higher value properties are achieving stronger prices. The sort of medium and smaller properties achieving lower pricing. On the residential side, we continue to struggle. We've been saying for some time we're going to see deflation and deceleration in residential property. We don't think residential property is bound for any return or rebound. But what's happening is we're seeing a new investor class who are coming in and picking up properties at lower prices, but they are investing. And so one of the properties which we sold was a development in the Strand. Very strong bidding on that one. We were expecting to achieve prices at 6 million rand. In the end it was sold at 9 million rand, a 30% increase on pricing. Why? Because investors are looking for residential property and seeing it as an investor return. And so that's really been August. August has been surprisingly good. I suppose I say that every month has been surprisingly good. I think we are still in a global downturn. I think South Africa is facing challenges, but really auctions are still proving to be an exciting method of transaction, and buyers are picking up great value in this market and will continue to do so.